Lie the songs that once we sung. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to our evening of the Songs of Noel Coward. What's to be done with a drunken sailor? So the saying goes. We're not tight, but we're none too bright, great Scott. I don't suppose we've lost our way and we've lost our pay. And to make the thing complete, we've been and gone and lost the blooming fleet. Has anybody seen our ship, the HMS Peculiar? We've been on shore for a month or more, and when we see the captain we will get what for. Heave-ho, me hearties, sing glory, hallelujah. A lady bold as she could be pinched our whistle at the Golden Key. Now we're in between the devil and the deep blue sea. Has anybody seen our ship? Nah, nah, nah. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you call a person in the theatre who can sing and dance and act? A triple threat. Very good. Let me ask you this. Why, oh, why do the wrong people travel when the right people stay back home and post on Facebook? Why the right people stay back home, it's all on YouTube. Why the right people stay back home, I'm merely asking why the right people stay back home. Don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington. Don't, daughter, stage. One look at those bandy legs, you prove she hasn't got a chance. In addition to which, the son of a bitch can neither sing nor dance. She's a vile girl, uglier than all mortal sin. One look at her has put me in a tearing bloody rage. That sufficed, Mrs. Worthington. Christ, Mrs. Worthington. Don't put your daughter on the stage. I remember her absurd exaggerating and her utterly deflating repartee. And the only thing that worries me at all is whether she'll remember me. I'll remember. Because Noel was a Londoner to his bootstraps, and he was patriotic to the core. Mind you, the tabloid press did question his patriotism when a satiric song that he wrote towards the end of World War II was played on the BBC. I'd like to sing it for you now. Don't let's be beastly to the Germans, for they're civilized when all is said and done. Though they gave us culture, science, art and music to excess, they also gave us 2 world wars and Dr. Rudolf Hess. Let's employ with them a sort of strength for joy with them. They're better than us at honest manly fun. Let's let them feel they're swell again and bomb us all to hell again. But don't let's be beastly to the Hun. No, let's be beastly to the Germans, for you can't deprive a gangster of his gun. You know, I once sang this song to a German friend of mine, and I got halfway through and I stopped because I felt a bit embarrassed about it. And I said, I'm sorry, I've never sung this to a German person before. And he said, oh, don't worry, I'm not armed. 2 pairs of tights at King Arthur's knights have completely worn away. Sing hey for the stately homes of England. The stately homes of England, though once our sole abode, now welcome paying guests arriving by bus load. We start them out at ye old gift shop and hope that they shop until they drop. 10 quid will get you scones, served by her ladyship, who's at their beck and call. How the mighty fall. We went out for the summer, the old gamekeeper's flat. What would Downton Abbey's Mr. Carson say to that? But we hate the beer and the weather here, so we buggered off to France. Bon chance for the stately home of England. Those beside our starlit Thames who lived and loved and died, keep throughout the ages London pride. London pride has been handed down to us. London pride is a flower that's free. London pride means our own dear town to us, and our pride it forever will be. Whoa, Liza, see the Costa barrows, vegetable marrows, and the fruit piled high. Whoa, Liza, little London sparrows, Covent Garden Market, where the costas cry. Cockney used to do was get these injections of sheep glands, and they would do it in these clinics in Switzerland. Now, Noel Coward lived in Switzerland for many years, next door to Joan Sutherland and Richard Bonning, and so it was quite easy for him to pop off to one of these clinics every now and then for a bit of a treatment. And he was there on one occasion, and he was waiting, and so they said to him, Mr. Coward, if you look out the window, you will see the very flock of sheep from whom we will take the glands for your procedure this afternoon. So Noel looks out the window and he sees this beautiful flock of sheep, all white except for one black sheep. So Coward turns to the attendant and says, I see you're expecting Paul Robeson after me, are you? Senorita Nina from Argentina despised the tango, although she never was a girl to let a man go. She would not sacrifice her principles for sex. She looked with scorn on the gyrations of her relations who did the conga, and said that if she had to stand it any longer, she'd lose all dignity and bring their silly necks. She said that frankly she was blinded by all their over-advertised romantic charms, and then she got more bloody-minded and told them where to put their tropic palms. But I think that the most perfect tense is the present tense, because it's the only one we can live in here and now. For example, only in the present tense can we fall in love. Here on this gay, glorious day, how can I keep my feet from dancing? Some entrancing tune makes me want to fly higher than the moon in the sky. Whom can I tell? What can I say? How can I breathe and not betray to every soul I see what today means to me? To that bar on the Piccola Marina, where love came to Mrs. Wentworth Brewster. Hot flushes of delight suffused her. Right round the bend she went, picture her astonishment. Day in, day out she would gad about, because she thought she was no longer on the shelf. Night out, night in, knocking back the gin she'd like, laugh and lick you, laugh and lick you, leave and lick yourself. Just for fun, 3 young sailors from Messina. I'd like to end with a final bit of white man rap written by the man that we've been celebrating tonight, Mr. Noel Coward. In the tropical climes at a certain times of day, when all the citizens retire, tear their clothes off and perspire, well, it's one of those rules that the greatest fools obey. The sun is far too sultry, and one must avoid its ultraviolet rays. Oh, pablaka, boom! That's the natives. Oh, digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-doo. Well, the natives believe when the white men leave their huts, because they're obviously definitely nuts. Man Mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. The Japanese don't dare to, the Chinese wouldn't dare to. Hindus and Argentines live family from 12 till 1. But Englishmen they turn stars, siesta. In the Philippines have lovely streets to protect you from the glare. In the Malay states are the hazmat place where the Britishers won't wear. At 12 noon the natives swoon and no good work is done. But mad dogs and Englishmen go out in the midday sun. Oh, it's such a surprise for the Eastern eyes to see that though the English are effete, they're quite impervious to heat. When the white man rides up in their divides in glee, because the simple creatures will be well impaled solar totally on a tree. Oh, haven't any heart to save old naked. Pay attention, oh, digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-digga-do. Oh, it seems such a shame that when the English claim the earth, it writes us such a ladder of math. Ha ha ha. Now dogs get up in the place sun. Never understand it. The heat of noon is just with a native shun. Louisa was a movie queen before she'd achieved the age of sweet 16. Long before Cagney threw those girls about, little Louisa tossed her curls about. Later when the talkies came, the whole world resounded to her fame. Each time she married, every daily paper carried headlines praising her name. And not only headlines, but photographs and interviews. Everything she did was news and held the world in thrall. Some said she read lines better than Marlena could. No other entertainer could compete with her at all. But regardless of the fact that she could sing and dance and act, she was a triple threat. And owned furniture that wasn't a little robbery. And regardless of her gems, which were hers, not MGM's, her life was one long mockery. Louisa was terribly lonely. Success brought her naught but despair. Oh, she derived little fun from the Oscars she'd won, and none from her home in Bel Air. She said she was weary of living on this bestial terrestrial plane. When friends came to visit, their hands she would clutch, crying, "Tell me, why is it I suffer so much? If only my life wasn't quite such a strain." And soon after that, she was terribly lonely. Oh,